Hi.
What's up?
Welcome. Welcome to We Just Want a Podcast. I'm Lyana.
I'm Carol.
And I'm Donna.
Whoop whoop.
Yay.
All right. Welcome to another episode. It's a whole another week has passed by. So for today, we like to talk about Kokology. I know that might be new to some of our listeners. But before we dive in, I want to ask you guys, how are you guys doing?
Staying cool for now. It's getting hotter and hotter by the day.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see, if you're watching the video, I'm wearing white. I never wear white. I only wear white when I'm freaking hot and I'm dying. Just kidding. It's probably like 88 degrees, but who am I to complain? California has done me. I don't know. I'm just hot.
I know. It's getting
California
warm.
is just known to have hot weather.
Weather.
It's hot, but it's not humid though. That's the thing that's different than Asia, for example. Like, it's dry. It's nice.
Yeah. In Asia, it's hot and humid, which is like, it makes it 10 times hotter, or it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't miss it.
Yeah, I get
Same.
it. So Donna, I know you had something interesting happen today. Do you want to share?
Oh, right. Yes, people. I did a COVID test. And it was actually not that bad as like I thought it was. You know, people were telling me the swab is hella long, it goes up your nose, but honestly, it just felt like she was just cleaning my nostrils. Like it was super fast.
Yeah,
it
that's what I thought
refreshing?
too.
Oh, you got COVID testing? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I had COVID testing and I thought they were going to go farther up my nose, but it was kind of like only to the bridge of my nose. So I was like, oh, okay. So they like swabbed both my nostrils and inside my mouth as well. And then 2 days later, I got the results back. So
Nice.
It didn't feel weird at all to have something stick in you for that.
well, I think you mentally prepare yourself that you're going to be swabbed inside your nostril. So you like prepare yourself and then like you think it goes farther up, but it doesn't really go that far up. And then you're like, oh, okay, that's it.
Yeah, the first nostril, I kind of was like looking around the building, but then once the second nostril, I was staring at my nurse because like, oh,
Me
this is
too.
cool. This is cool.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as everyone thought. You know, I think after getting like piercings, tattoos, I would say COVID testing is probably like fifth in line of things that hurt. I would say shots hurt more, and then probably a piercing, and then a tattoo, and then blah blah blah. COVID testing, not that
Yeah.
easy.
It's easy and it's very quick because they just need to
Mm-hmm.
like swab it really quick and then like they put it back in their like sampler test tube thingy. So
It was
yeah,
just
I
weird because
would.
they use the same like swab. So it's like, you know, they put it
Mhm.
up one nose and then it goes up the other. And I'm like, oh, even with the Q-tip, I use the different sides. But go on,
Yeah.
my nose was clean, so praise to that. Oh my lord, I was embarrassed. I was like, ooh, what if there's like, you know, thieves? But I'm glad I, you know, blew my nose before this happened. And I saw, I was like, oh, this thing's clean. We good? Thank you. Not
Well,
as
did you
embarrassed as I
do
thought.
a drive-by testing or you did it in person, like into this facility kind of
No,
testing?
I stood in line. I did the free COVID testing that Santa Clara is kind of providing. So I lined up one of the lines, and it was hella quick, probably like 15 minutes. I think driving there was much longer than actually waiting in line plus doing the test.
Mm,
Nice.
yeah.
So, PSA for our listeners, do you guys want to share how you guys got testing? Like, was the process easy to get appointments, or you guys just drove to get testing?
So I got my testing done at Kaiser, and I set up an appointment with them. So I just went at my appointment time, and mine was a drive-by testing. So I got to stay in my car, and I still had to wear a face mask, but I just rolled down my window, and then a nurse came by with like a full hazmat suit with like the face covered and like the face mask as well. And then they just like I just rolled down my window, and then that's when they just swabbed my mouth and my nostril, and then like that was pretty much it.
Okay,
So
nice.
really quick.
And it's
You
for
have to
free, right? For Kaiser members?
It depends what Kaiser plan you have, but for me, it was free. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and I just did the free Santa Clara. You know, fortunate enough that our locations able to give free testing because I know a lot of people are doing like the protests or going out more. So I kind of just use that
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to get tested too because you know with everything kind of opening up, I just want to start in a clean slate, like knowing that I don't have it and I'm still
Mm-hmm.
like being cautious while I was quarantining anyway. But I just wanted to get
Yeah.
tested just to verify that I don't have it.
And the thing is that you get your results back within like 1 to 2 days. So it's like really quick as well. They do recommend you to stay indoors while you're waiting for your test results. So that way you're not, you don't accidentally get COVID while you're like waiting for your results. And then that way you'll know for sure if you have COVID or not.
Mm-hmm.
But at least it's really quick to know.
Even after testing, you should still like, social distance, wash your hands, back the fuck up, don't touch me, wear your gloves, all that, the mask and everything.
Right.
Did you guys hear that the term social distance is not really social distance anymore because people are still socializing through virtual chat and stuff like that? So now they call it physical distancing. Because you're physically distancing, but you're not socially distancing because you can still hang out with your friends on like Zoom and FaceTime.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that was brought up actually when it first started. Like, for example, my manager at work, he was like, I don't get why people are calling it social distancing because it's, like you said, it's physical distancing because right now it's more like a heightened need to stay connected, if anything. People are getting secluded and isolated. So, yeah, I agree with that term, physical distancing.
Yeah. I just started hearing it more recently, but the whole term of social distancing has been around for like 2 months now, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird that now it's called physical distancing when it's always been physical distancing.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that we've been in quarantine for over 100 days? Can you imagine like when we started quarantine that we would be in quarantine for over 100 days?
Yeah, no, I didn't expect it at all. I thought that maybe a month or two, so 60 days at most. And then now I feel like there's no end in sight. And then even if there is, like, we don't have things under control.
Yeah. I think people are like just saying, oh, the rest of 2020, people are going to stay indoors still because they don't feel safe to go out or like do what they normally do, even if things are opening back up.
Yeah.
Well, what can you do?
Yeah, just I guess one piece of advice is, control and take responsibility for your own actions and think of others around you, and it's not just about you.
Facts,
Exactly.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
I really say that a lot. Well, I think I really do say that a lot. Actually.
No, but
it's just funny. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's nice.
Good.
It's what makes you you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'll take it. Facts. I'll keep saying it. The truth only. So, Lyana, how are you? What's up with you?
What have you learned today?
Oh.
What's new with you?
Okay, so I just want to share this. So basically, after I started working from home a lot more and having a virtual setup, at work I've actually had the opportunity to have like more higher visibility projects and more exposure to C-level executives. And this is not me just trying to like hype myself up, but like I feel like it's such a happy accident, and it kind of had me thinking about the topic of personal branding. And I know our previous episode was a career edition type of episode where we had Lauren Fernandez, who is a learning and development expert. But this is just a food for thought and for our listeners to kind of stay tuned. But personal branding is such an important aspect, especially when you're so early in your career, that I think it might be worth it for us to get into in the future. So this is a call to action to our listeners, I guess. It's like, if you have any questions pertaining to that, let us know in the comments in our YouTube channel or on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, because I think it'll resonate. But yeah, I just want to plug that in there.
Or even then, you can like send us a DM on our Instagram if you're a little shy. Not
Yeah.
to do with about your self branding, but yeah, that's that's a topic we all learned in college. But to actually put that terminology into action is kind of like what do you putting that degree into use now.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, other than that, it's really good to hear you both are doing well and being responsible, and really glad. I mean, Carol, I know your test was negative, but I have a feeling, Donna, yours will be too. So
Fingers crossed.
Fingers
Fingers
crossed.
crossed.
Yeah. So yeah, really good to see everybody healthy and well. But for today's episode, it's regarding Kokology. So if you guys don't know, here's a little bit of context behind it. So this is more of a game of self-discovery. Carol, you actually first mentioned this book to the both of us because we're like, what's a good game to play over Zoom? And this actually turned out to be a really great game because it talks about how your mindset is, the way your subconscious is. So it's really simple questions and you give answers to it without giving it a second thought. So I'm going to read a more formal description though. So Kokology, it's a popular Japanese pop psych quiz game, and it offers quizzes perfect for beginners and experienced kokologists alike. So Kokology is the study of kokoro, which is mind or spirit in Japanese, and it asks you to answer questions about seemingly innocent topics, such as which is the cleanest room in an imaginary house, and then reveals what your answer says about you. So you can play it as a game by yourself for self-discovery, or you can play it with friends, just like we are doing today. And yeah. Are you guys excited?
I'm pretty excited. Like I like how like these answers are the ones where it's kind of like whatever pops in your head or whatever you remember. So and then that kind of like reveals who you are. I'm like, oh, that is me. That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's not supposed to be something that you have to think super deeply about. Sometimes like people think too hard for their answers, but it's usually like the first thing that pops into your head when you hear the question, because all the questions are related to a story, and then the story could be like completely random, and then when we dive deep into the answers, that's when we're like, oh, I never really thought about that about yourself. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, super cool. Okay, so listeners, we do encourage you to, when I ask you the questions, think about the answers that you are going to give, and then I'm going to kind of share the answers and let us know if it resonates with you. So we'll start with the first one. It's called Winning Isn't Everything. So team sports generate as much passion in the stands as they do on the field, and the excitement surrounding a football championship, World Cup soccer match, or a final round basketball playoff is intense enough to send waves of energy around the world. In fact, it's often the case that the fans get more carried away by the action than do the players themselves. So question 1. You're in the stands at a championship sporting event, and the team you're cheering for is defending against a critical drive toward the goal as the final seconds of the game tick away. What do you shout to the players on your team? Second, your favorite player commits a flagrant violation and is ejected from the game, but only after protesting violently. Describe the referee's demeanor as he sends your unruly hero to the sidelines. All right, third. 3, 2, 1. The timer counts down to 0 and your team has suffered a disastrous loss. Describe your honest response to the setback. All right, so the key to winning isn't everything. Team sports are a form of cultural ritual in which the human needs for aggression and conflict are channeled toward a more positive end. Positive as long as your team wins, that is. The way you reacted to your team's performance reveals how you respond to interpersonal confrontations, particularly those you get the worst of. Oh, fuck, dude. All right, so the first one was that, like, you know, we're in the stands of the championship and it's getting really intense and it's the final seconds of the game. What do you shout to the players? So the book says, the way you cheered or jeered your squad is an indication of how you react when engaged in a heated debate or difference of opinion. Did you offer unconditional support, cheering, go team, go? Right or wrong, you're not the type to go down without a fight. I'm going to give it to Carol first. Go ahead.
I said, keep your eye on the ball.
That's a lot to shout. Keep your eye on the ball.
It's 6 syllables. Keep
Okay.
your eye on the ball.
Okay, coach. I put, let's go.
That's me too. I legit played my voice in my head. I was like, let's go.
Yeah, like hella deep. Let's go.
Okay, so yeah, so that's how you react when engaged in a heated debate. So you're like, let's go. And then Carol, you're like, what was it? Keep your eye on the ball.
Keep your eye on the ball.
So basically, don't back down.
Gotcha. So yes, true?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I think because you said it's like about like confrontation, right? So I'm that type of person where if we're gonna have like a debate or if we're gonna have a conversation, no, let's go. Like let's handle it.
Yes.
That's how I see it.
Okay. Ooh, I forgot.
Cool.
Okay, there was another part of the answer, but it was none of our answers, but maybe our listeners. If you engage in some criticism from the safety of the bleachers, like, what are those bums thinking? My grandma can play better. That lack of a loyal fan base may itself be the biggest hole in your defense. So, yeah, if you had that answer where you kind of criticized your team. All right, so the second question is that your favorite player commits a violation and was taken off the game and was protesting violently. Describe the referee's demeanor as he sends your unruly hero to the sideline. So, Donna, what was your answer?
So I put hold on, I gotta read exactly what I said. I said, ref's not having it, doesn't want to listen, isn't staring at the player or coach.
Yeah.
Eek! What does that say about me?
So, wait, hold on. What was it? Oh, I didn't read the answer yet, huh?
No, not yet.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well,
Or what it
Carol, you
means.
go first. Or you go
Okay.
second.
Okay, I put angry and annoyed, just doing his job.
Yeah, mine was actually the same as Donna. He was just kind of like dismissive, like, whatever, dude. I'm right. You're wrong.
Mm-hmm. Like the call has been made. Can't do nothing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, the ref's reaction to the foul parallels your own expression when you are in a confrontation with another person. Did he maintain an unruffled professional demeanor, or did he get carried away in the heat of the moment? As much as we like to see refs keep their cool, the men in stripes are only human.
So are we the ref, or is the person we have an argument the ref?
No, we're the ref. So the ref parallels our own expression when we're in a confrontation with another person. So I guess when I'm in a fight with someone, I'm like, I'm right, you're wrong. Shit.
No, hey Sam, I don't want to listen to your opinion. You're stupid. You're wrong. I already said it. Not having it. Like I said. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I imagined my answer to be, because when I thought of angry and annoyed, it was more like, I know I'm right, so I'm just gonna like stay quiet. But like you can see from my my facial expression that I'm angry and annoyed. But it's just like whatever.
Yeah. I like to think of myself as stubborn, but I'm open to like change in a perfect me.
Wait, so you want to be stubborn, or you are stubborn?
No,
What are you saying?
Stubborn. I am stubborn, but
Oh,
I want to be perceived as like sure, I'm listening to you, but at the end of the day, like it can take a lot for me to change my mind too.
Yeah, I'll listen to what you're saying, but I don't think I'm gonna change my mind. Maybe I will, but I'll listen to you, but I won't stare at you when you're saying your side of the story. I will look away and listen. That's what I do. That's actually what I do. Like I'll not look at you, but I'll listen to what you have to say, and then I'll be like, okay, done.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the topic for me, because there are topics that I don't know a lot about. So if I don't know much about the topic and you obviously know way more because you do the research, then I would choose I would be more swayed to believe you and be on your side. But it just depends.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm working on it too. Like I'm working on listening more because it's one thing to kind of like listen, but it's another thing to listen and reflect as well, not just like to dismiss the other person. Um, it can be
Exactly.
hard though when you think you're right. So
Yeah. Hey, I hear you. I won't see you, but I hear you, but I'll see you.
we're honest here. Okay, good. All right. So the third question is that it was 3, 2, 1. The timer counts down, and your team lost. Describe your honest response to the loss. So, who wants to go first?
I'll go. So I said I'm just frustrated. Wanted to cry, so I tucking my shirt to my face. That kind of middle school when I was in the basketball team too. We didn't experience. Well, I didn't say we were good, but we didn't experience like a lot of loss from what I remembered. And every time we did lose, we always end up crying. That's why I try to like, oh, maybe yeah,
Oh, you took it hard.
yeah. I hate losing.
I put, dang it, oh well, we will do better next time. So I was kind of like more optimistic. Just like, oh, that sucked, but there's always going to be a next time and we'll do better.
Yeah, that's how I am too after sporting. Like I remember when the Niners lost the Super Bowl. I think it was like when Kaepernick was the quarterback, and it was the second Super Bowl loss. I remember like my ex at the time, like he was upset, like he was like, whoa, but I'm over here like chill. Like I'm sure there's a next time, but yeah, like there's always a
Yeah.
next time.
When I'm watching sports, I'm not really like as passionate about it because there's nothing I could do in my end to like make the team better except cheer the mom. Like if I played, that's when I get like more frustrated because that's me doing my part in a loss or in a win. So, but like yeah, if a team loses that I'm watching, I'm like, hey, they lost. I'm sorry, but it doesn't really like make a big deal to my life. But if I'm playing an actual sport or on a team or like even with a project and we don't do well, then that's when I feel really bad because I actually played a part in something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the formal answer from the book. So your response to the team's defeat shows how you might respond when you come out on the losing end of an argument. You can't win them all, we'll get them next time. You may not be cut out for competitive sports or the debate team, but there's definitely a place for you on the pep squad. So Carol, me,
That's
you.
me.
And then the other one is, I've had it with those losers. I'm never cheering for them again. And then he says, but if you don't cheer for them, who will? Oh. Okay, cool.
I
So,
think I'm emotional because I'm a Cancer. Honestly, like I'll be emotional, and then I'm like, wait, that's my Cancer characteristic. So it actually kind of like makes sense of why I'm so frustrated or so emotional after losses because I'm a Cancer.
nice.
I don't know. I've played so many board games with people where other people's competitiveness comes out that it kind of like gets me not to be that competitive because I'm just like, well, it's just a game. It's not like this is the last time we'll ever play.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we got to be that balancing force.
exactly. So, it's usually when other people are showing their or more vocal about their competitiveness more than I do or more than me, then I would kind of like hold back because I'm just like, we don't need so many competitive people like shouting at each other. I could be competitive, but I could also not be. It just depends because like if I know I'm going to win, but I don't want to say anything, then I'll just keep quiet because I want to like silently win.
Yes, it's so satisfying, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
People doubt you or like they think they're winning and they're vocal about it, but you like secretly know you're about to win and then you do win and it's kind of like, ha,
Yep, yep.
gotcha.
There's something really, really nice about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're on to our final one.
Yep.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Well, but would you say that was pretty true though? The prompt and like the
This one I definitely felt like it was more relatable to what the subconscious
Mhm.
sis was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then even like how I am in arguments, or how I was before, with arguments, how I persona myself. That's what it was for the story. Like I felt like I wasn't the person who wasn't listening, got frustrated and cried. But obviously, I'm doing better now with like arguing with people. I don't know if that's the correct way to put it at it, but yeah, before I used to be very emotional with fights. That's why I never liked to get into fights, because I always got so emotional about it.
Mm,
Mm.
same. I guess you could say you got better at communicating with people, not
Yeah,
arguing.
sure. Communicating. What a good word.
Yeah.
Okay, so on to our last prompt for today. And the last one is called When Your Tastes Have Grown Up. Oh, ooh, I have a question. Quick question. Did you guys hate anything when you were smaller, but then now you love? Like broccoli was that for me.
Um.
I would say like there were like Filipino dishes that I hated. Not hated, but like it's the last thing I wanted to eat. But then now I'm cooking it more. So this dish is pretty like authentic in the Philippines. In my like region, it's called benungdung, and it has like green beans, it has squash, it has sometimes bitter melon, and I hated eating that growing
Oh,
up. Like
bitter melon.
every time my mom cooked that, I was like, oh, again. But now I've been eating that more, and then I'm like, yeah, wow, grown to like it.
Nice. Yeah, bitter melon is kind of like hard to get used to in the beginning, but I
Mhm.
think yeah, it's a flavor that you can grow into.
Yeah.
I wasn't really picky on food growing up, so I kind of ate everything, and I still eat everything to this day. The only thing I don't really eat is spicy food, and that I kind of became more picky to not eat spicy food as I got older. But like even back then, I would still pretty much eat.
Nice. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. All right, so let's see if this one is actually regarding food or not. All right, so when your tastes have grown up, coffee may be the quintessential adult drink. That rich aroma, that slightly bitter edge, that feeling of warmth and mellow anticipation as you blow the steam away before taking your first sip. It's an experience you learn to enjoy as you leave childhood behind and serve as a sign that you have entered the grown up world. Somehow, despite the caffeine in the proper setting, coffee soothes the nerves and relaxes the mind. A seat in a secluded corner of a coffee shop with a good book and some jazz playing softly in the background provides an ideal environment for many to take a step back from the stresses and strains of work, study, or life itself and enjoy the true luxury of doing nothing at all, if only for the time it takes to finish a cup. Man, this author is really like descriptive. You work hard enough. Take a moment now for yourself and enjoy one of the privileges of adulthood. Will it be French roast? Rich Colombian? A decadent mochaccino? Go ahead. Indulge yourself. You've earned it. So, one, it's that rarest of occasions, a day with nothing on the schedule, and you decide to enjoy some quality time with yourself in a coffee shop. Describe the atmosphere and ambiance of the shop you choose. What if I'm not a coffee drinker?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't really drink coffee. So for the people who don't know me, yes, all this energy is caffeine free, baby. This is all inner energy right here.
Do you at least go to a coffee shop, or maybe
Yeah.
you can change it from a coffee shop to like a boba shop?
A boba shop.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's yeah.
Well, I feel like I have two different like energy levels with a coffee shop and a boba shop, you know?
All right, so number two, you order a cup of coffee. What do you do while you're waiting for it to be brought to your table? All right, last question. When the waiter delivers the coffee you ordered, how does it taste and how is its temperature?
So this has to be with coffee, not boba.
No, I
You
mean,
can have hot boba. You've never had hot boba before? I love
I
hot
have.
boba.
Okay.
okay. So, key to when your tastes have grown up. Coffee in general and coffee shops in particular are closely linked with ideas of the adult world and social relations. Your responses to the questions in this scenario tells us something about the way you perceive and manage stress in your own adult relationship. So, one was the question of So one was the question of describe the atmosphere and ambiance of the shop you choose. So let's say, Donna, you want to share your answer?
Yeah. So I said it's not a busy day. There's a couple of people. I'm sitting by the window though, so it's not too rowdy. But I place myself near the window.
Cute. So specific.
That's what I wrote.
Carol?
I wrote chill, a few people here and there chatting or working on a project, and the sound of coffee being made.
Yeah. Nice. Like Starbucks. Okay, so for me, I can smell the coffee roasting and there's soft instrumental music playing. Very relaxing. Okay, so the meaning is the atmosphere you described is actually what you seek most in your workplace or school. Some thrive in a lively environment, elbow to elbow with other like minded people. Others value quiet and solitude. Then there are those who don't care what the atmosphere is like as long as the coffee comes in a bottomless cup. So, Donna, you prefer the window, and then Carol, you're chill. And for
Yeah, I
me,
would say chill with a few people working around me, but it doesn't need to be completely quiet.
Yeah, I actually hate it when it's like completely quiet. Like I feel like all the attention's like on my noise now. And I don't want that to happen because I can be pretty noisy too. So like if it's like really quiet, I can't. I feel like everyone's just like knowing it's coming from me.
because you're loud.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, for me, like you said, Carol, like I think I can't. Yeah, I can't be quiet. My music is like blasting at home.
Yeah.
I usually plug in my music if I'm going to listen to music while working.
All right. So the second question was, um, you ordered a cup of coffee. What do you do while you're waiting for it to be brought to your table? So, Carol?
I said Instagram on my phone or texting friends.
Yeah. I wrote the same thing, like catching up on my phone, whatever I just missed between when I wasn't on my phone until now.
Nice. I'm kind of similar, but except I said I'm browsing on my laptop and listening to music and people watching whoever was in the shop. Okay, so the thing that you did while waiting is related to a major source of stress or concern in your life. Did you just sit and watch the other customers? You're a little too nervous about what others are doing, saying, and thinking. Just be yourself. Everyone else is. Okay. Or did you pull out a magazine and start reading or look at the menu? You may need to get your nose out of the books and try a little more physical activity. I guess it's another way of saying, like, did you keep busy? Okay.
Or another way of to be busy, like because it's saying to get off the books, right?
Yeah, you need to get your nose out of the books and try more physical activity.
What can you do that's a physical activity in a coffee shop?
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
I
physical.
think it's just like saying like because you're always on your phone, and the perspective is to stop looking at things and actually do things. You know, like the subconscious thinking or action. Never mind, keep going.
No, but like what if you're like working on something? Because if this is like related to your work environment, then you could just be heads down working on stuff, which is still doing something.
Yeah, I feel like it also like depends on your job description. Like, what if your job description is making you read stuff instead of actually doing like a project?
Exactly.
Are you guys gonna file a complaint to Tadahiko Nagao and Isamu Saito?
It's not his fault I interpret this wrong.
All right. All right. So let's move on to the third question, which was, when the waiter delivers the coffee you ordered, how did it taste and how is the temperature? So Donna, what was your answer?
But just the way I expected it. 75% ice.
75. I always ask for less ice.
Oh my god.
I like it cold, but not too cold. I don't want my cup filled with all ice. That's why I got 75% ice. Because I still want it cold.
And it's not
Oh,
watered down.
okay. I was thinking like 75% ice is like 75% of the cup is full of ice.
Oh no! Oh hell! What the fuck?
Oh.
I ain't drinking water.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I was like, don't you want less ice than what they would normally put?
Okay, Carol, what was your answer?
I put ice cold coffee with a little sweetness.
What's a little sweetness to you? Maybe it needs to be specific.
I would ask for less sweet. So if like 100% is the normal sweet, then I would ask for 75%.
Okay, cool.
This is really like a boba question because I would do the same for boba.
No, yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm thinking of boba now.
And I think because I don't drink coffee, like I don't go to a coffee shop like purposely. I'll only go there if I have like something to do for work. Or when I used to go like for projects for school, I'd only go there just to focus on school or working. I don't go there like on my own. Like, oh, I just want to go to a coffee shop today. So
Yeah, same.
Yeah, exactly.
So I put it's got chocolate and decadent and soothing. All right.
What'd you order?
What'd you order in your mind?
What coffee has chocolate in it?
No, like hot chocolate probably, or like
okay.
mocha, like frappuccino, or no, but it needs to be hot. I want it to be soothing. Yeah. All right. So how did the coffee taste? The flavor and temperature you imagine corresponds with the level of stress that you needlessly create for yourself. So 75% ice, is that the stress?
Less ice.
Less ice, yeah.
Yeah.
So the better your experience of the coffee, the less stress you add to your life. If you imagine it to be lukewarm, weak, too bitter, or scalding hot, you make problems where there are none to begin with. In your dreams, you can have anything you imagine. Why not at least treat yourself to a nice cup of coffee? So I think we all treated ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we said exactly what we wanted. So does that mean we don't add any stress to our lives?
I think so.
Exactly. It came out exactly what we wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or at least we know that if it's a hope of like in our dreams, we want it to be.
Yeah.
We handled stress the way we expected to handle stress.
AKA boss ladies.
Yeah.
All right,
Cool.
so that is our Kokology session in a way. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, but any parting thoughts on how we did today?
You know, it's kind of funny for like, you know, Kokology, you pick the stories based on like the titles, right? And then we kind of like unconsciously picked the titles that kind of like went through our lifespan. It's personal, well, kind of like dating, personal kind of history, and then we had our work part of it. So I was like, what? Like the way how we chose the topics kind of like resonated on our lifespan, our life history.
Yeah.
And we did that like unknowingly what the hell these stories are going to be about too.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed these quizzes because like you don't really think about who you are until you have to think about it. And then with these quizzes, you're subconsciously just answering questions based on what you first think about, and then like what you think about has in relation to like your personality or your habits or attitude and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, agreed. So I hope our listeners enjoyed that and kind of had a chance to have deeper reflections, I guess, in your life.
Can you share what the book is called again, just for our listeners that they didn't listen to the first time?
Yeah. Okay, so it's called, there's two versions of the book. So the one that I have is Kokology 2. There's also a Kokology 1. I got it from Amazon, but the way you spell Kokology is Kokollogy. So yeah, let us know if you tried it out.
Yep. And if you don't want to get the book just yet and you just want to try other quizzes, they're all available, or not all, but there's a lot available on Google if you Google search.
Nice.
So you can try those out first, and then if you really like it, invest in a book yourself. The thing with getting a book and going through these quizzes is that usually you can only do them once, unless you like wait a few years and you completely forget what the meaning behind the questions are. So yeah, that's why I say, like, if you don't want to invest in a book just yet, you can always Google search Kokology and then try the quizzes online. And then if you really want to just invest in a book, then you can get on Amazon.
Nice. Freebies, y'all.
Yeah.
So it's time for a fun fact of the day. Donna, you are our fun factor.
Actually, I just thought of it. I learned that cats have 100 vocal sounds. They have 2 vocal cords, but they can make 100 vocal sounds. So if y'all didn't know, Lyana has a cat, and Carol lives with a cat, and I am allergic to cats, so therefore I can never go to these people.
Oh God. Yeah. So I actually have a fun fact about cats is that they only meow for humans. Like they don't communicate to each other by meowing. When they're meowing, they're trying to talk to you.
Ever
Can't
hear
relate.
cats meow to each other?
Unless they're mating. I don't know. I've heard that before. It was kind of wild, but
Yeah, because there's different kind of meows. Meows to cats or cats to cats.
they hiss though when they're
Mad at each other?
territorial and mad. Yeah, but meow, like for example, my cat's name is Thunder, and Thunder would just kind of like there's a certain like meow, like when he wants something, he has a certain meow. When he's mad, there's a certain meow. But you know he's talking to you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've
Interesting.
never heard him meow to another cat, but he did hiss when I brought him home. Yeah. But anyway, I made an Instagram called Thunder the Curious if you want to follow my cat.
Love you, Thunder. Follow.
Follow.
Wait, did you follow Bellamy? He has an Instagram
No, I didn't know
called
Bellamy.
That Bellamy Show, or That Bellamy's Show. I forgot what if there's a S after Bellamy, but it's like That Bellamy Show.
Oh my God. I'm gonna follow.
We'll put it on our description for follows.
Follow all the cats, y'all.
All the cats.
All the cats, yes. But thank you, Donna.
Yep.
That was a great fun fact.
Shout out to the cats, even though I'm allergic to y'all.
Next time we'll do a dog one because I'm a dog person.
Yeah, we should.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Cool.
I hope everybody stays healthy, and we'll see you next week.
We out, podcaster people.
We just wanna. Bye.
Bye.